Hello everyone, Railgan here. Today I'm going to show you another style that I've created, played, and I've been inspired a bit in Heart of the Swarm by um, to play this style. It's Ling, Hydra, Bane, Lurker. So I'm going to speed a little bit through the starting process of the game. It's a fairly standard opener. You go hedge, gas, pool. I then took a fast third hatch because I noticed I didn't go for a Reaper, and I'm just playing a standard macro game from here. I keep one thrown in gas, as with almost every ZvT style, so it really doesn't divert much from a normal Ling Bane Mutalisk opener, which is where I started from. And I'm going to show you how to get to Lurkers, how to get to Hydras, and how to eventually win the game and do a lot of damage with that unit composition. So what you can see is a small divergence from a standard opener. I'm getting the pneumatized carapace for overlord speed for scouting. I think it's very useful. But usually you would get a faster +1/+1, but I instead opted for the overlord speed. What I immediately saw was no factory. I saw 3 barracks. If I see 3 barracks and a fast stim, I know there's some sort of bio push going to come my way. Right now I'm trying to scout as much as I can. The next 100 gas go into the evolution chambers, or the next 250 gas to get the +1/+1. I built my baning nest to deal with this bio pressure, and I'm currently scouting to see when he pushes out. I have Link's position to see does he just try to take his third, or does he actually push across the map. I have Overlords stationed at important spots where drops could come, and I'm spreading creep at home. I'm going to zoom out a little. Next, I'm adding my lair, I'm droning up fully, I'm taking gas, and he's a little bit scared. I'm not sure why he turned around, but I know that he did turn around. He's now on his third base as well. You see me making my last batch of drones, and as soon as my lair finishes, I get my Hydralisk then. And I should get my bending speed too, but I think I kind of forgot it this game. Now, another cute thing that I'm doing is I drop links and banelings. I think bending and link drops are a little bit underrated in the current ZvT meta, but I think they're really good. So you can also see I'm getting the baning speed right now. I'm getting a Hydralisk range. I'll soon start my +2/+2. I have a lot of Ling Bane prepared to deal with his aggression. The drops don't do that much damage. He reacts fairly quickly, but he has trouble defending at the front and at the back at the same time. So here I kind of messed up my drop. I dropped it on the supply depot because I didn't look where I was going to drop it. It was a slight mistake by me. I then saved my overlords, of course, take them back home. Right now we're even in supply, and to pause quickly, the big difference from a Mutalisk army is the Mutalisk army would not have as much firepower as a Hydralisk army. The Hydralisks deal a lot more DPS. They are slightly more tanky, and they just bring more to the fight. What you don't have is this mobility, this harassment that the Mutalisks usually offer. So that's where the Hydralisks are a little bit lacking. But I'm trying to make up for that with drops. Now here you see the power of the Hydralisk. The Banelings roll in, the Hydralisk's DPS down the Medivacs. He can barely clean up the Links and Banelings, but all the expensive Hydralisks still remain. Looking at the army value, my army value is still very expensive. This could be Mutalisks, but I prefer them as Hydras. So right now I'm trying to focus down his Medivacs. If I focus down the Medivacs, he cannot drop me, and he will have trouble regenerating his low health bio. I do not want to push into him here. I lose a couple of units, but he cannot chase after me either because I already have the next batch of units ready. You can see I spread out a lot of overlords at seemingly random places to scout for Scout for aggression, putting the production tab back up. As soon as Hydraulisk speed finished, I started my Lurker then. I started another hatchery as this one is fully droned. I'm starting a fifth base as well. My 2-2 is on the way. Slightly delayed because I forgot to start it immediately. Now, this is another important thing to notice. I saw these two dropships, these two medivacs coming into my main base, so I split off some units to deal with them. At the same time, the Terran is pushing out with his main army and with another dropship that he just rallied to wherever he wants the dropship to go. So I'm already splitting up my units to deal with the drops, even though I haven't seen them because I can anticipate them. It's something you will almost always face, and it's something you should try to realize and incorporate into your play. So here this dropship gets away, these dropships get fended off, and now here's the main army that's left, and I immediately tried to crush it with my Lingbane Hydra. Here is the other dropship, almost dead as well. He drops over here. Medivac has to fly away. Over here, my Queen Hydras are also in position. So if you look at my army, I do not have any army hotkeys at all. I defended all these drops and the main army without using any hotkeys. If you are curious on how that works, I can show it in some video, but I mean, if you watch my stream, you will usually notice that I defend all the drops almost perfectly without using any hotkeys for my army. I just use the F2 button. Now this is where my lurkers start to pop up. I'm preparing my lurkers here. You'll see him getting scared. He already knows how the lurkers work, and he made the mistake of adding. He thought that he can defeat the lurkers with pure Marine Marauder Medivac. But that, well, you'll see what happens. Here are some drops. I'm having trouble defending against these because I'm trying to finish him off. So I'm just letting them do some damage. I rally my units here to clean up this drop eventually, but I'm sacrificing my 5th base in order to kill him. So here I'm trying to engage with my lurkers, moving them ever so slightly forward. He has no medivac, so he cannot just stem over and over. And at home I'm defending the drops. This drop also got cleaned up, but I lost that base. But it's still okay. I mean, it's still 3 base versus 4 base. Here's another drop. I think I'll clean that up as well. I'm now sending my units back home while I'm at the frontier. So I'm going to speed it up a little. Right now there's not too much happening, and you are seeing he is preparing for the final engagement. And you'll see what that looks like by the power of the lurkers. There's only a little bit of drop action going on at my level. Oh, here he comes. So here comes the mass bio army, and I only have a part of my supply here, and he's trying to engage into the lurkers. And his army just disappears. It fades into nothingness. So, to quickly analyze what happened, I opened with a pool hatch gas opener. It's a little bit different, it just allows me for a faster queen. I noticed that he sent a ZvT scout and not a Reaper, so I immediately took my 3rd base. I then went for link speed. Overlord drop to scout, saw his barracks, and immediately knew I only need some banelings to defend, and he will eventually walk across the map, but I saw everything with my Overlord in this area. I then went for +1/+1 upgrades. I added my lair. As soon as the lair finished, baneling speed, Hydralisk 10, Hydra speed, and then I went for a Ling Hydra Bane composition, eventually added the lurkers, and finished off the Bioturn that refused to build any siege tanks. This strategy also works against siege tanks and against liberators, but this is obviously the easiest army composition to beat. The pure Marine Marauder Medivac, sometimes with Widowmine or Hellbats. Hope you enjoyed this game. I hope you liked my analysis. And if there's anything in particular you want to see about Cirque Play or whatever you want to see, feel free to hit me up. I'll try to incorporate it in one of my videos. And thank you guys for watching and subscribing. See you another time.